How you doing, Johnny?
All right.
Hey, we got a complaint of you guys camping on the street again.
Well, as soon as we're done here, we'll leave
What do you mean done here?
that pile of crap there. I got to take it to the dump, the one that's in front of the food truck,
Okay.
and then we're gone out of here. So,
Okay. Here's the deal. I don't know how long you've been over here.
about a week and a half.
Yeah, I mean, you've been over here. I mean, I was in court when you were here the last time. You know you can't.
Yeah, no, that court was for freaking last September.
Right. I understand that
Yeah,
you finally got it taken care of.
Yeah, no, we were on that lot,
Yeah.
and Development Services complained to the landlord.
Okay.
Not the landlord complained to Development Services. Development Services kicked us off there by extorting our landlord.
But you know you can't stay on the street, right?
Yeah, I
Stay
do.
on the street. And
I know that.
I see you're hooked up to a generator. You're hooked up your propane and the whole ball and wax. So obviously I can show that you've been here for a while, right?
Yeah, it's already been established because I have 3 tickets for camping since we were kicked off that lot.
Right. So let's knock it off and let's find a place where we can camp, right?
That's pleasant. Where's the alternatives? You give me an alternative before you write the ticket.
The thing is I'm not here to give you an alternative.
Really, but you're
your
going to write me a
alternative-
ticket after your boys in the city told me to get off this lot.
Hold on. Okay.
What?
Me as in the city can only tell you what you can't do. Okay. What I can tell you is you could go to private property, right? I can't. touch
Private
you on
property was right there, under that Kwanzaa hut.
Hold on. But then they obviously can tell you no. You've got to go to a place where they.
Yeah, you know how they said no? Should I show you the paperwork?
No, I don't need it.
Yeah, I know, right? They lied.
Okay.
There's bullshit. You remember how I say it's the most corrupt government on earth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
But
Susan
any
Firth.
property owner can say, "Hey, no," and they can change
It
their
wasn't
mind.
the property owner.
I don't know that, man.
Yeah, I can show you the paper.
No,
You want me to
that's
show you?
fine.
We were just in court, right? They extorted my landlord. Told him, okay, do you know anything about development services? Code violations don't happen like, oh, you get your crap off there, or you're going to go to jail, or you're going to get fined. It's, you got 2 days or 2 weeks or 10 days, whatever, to repair it, get it fixed. No, they sent my landlord a notice that, oh, it's second notice for us to be removed from here. The ordinance that they quote, oh, they're not connected to the sewer. You're supposed to be connected to the sewer if there's one provided. Well, they didn't write if one provided, but they made it a violation by saying, oh, he's not connected to the sewer. There's no sewer offered in that Kwanzaa hut. It's a dry storage.
Right.
Okay, so the lies, there was 10 of them. Said, oh, they unpermitted moved a house onto property. That's not a house. This is an RV. Okay, we were told by Judge Beal to get that off the lot because Development Services extorted our landlord. Okay, so now here we are out here. I can't get protection for my shit. You see my truck. My truck was in that lot when it got vandalized all to hell.
Okay.
Right? Annie Norby knows about it. You know, the 175 orange tags that I've had in 18 months?
Right.
Not harassment either, right?
Well, I mean, if your vehicle is abandoned or parked in an area for a certain amount of time, yeah, it's going to get marked.
Yeah, but see,
Would you agree?
oh, I'd say it's for sure. Yeah. But this anonymous bullshit, that the anonymous caller picks up the phone and makes an anonymous
on
complaint.
this call, I know exactly who it is.
Okay, who is it?
I'm not going to tell you.
Why? I have a right to know. It's public
No, you
information.
don't.
Bullshit.
No, you don't.
Bullshit. They called 911, didn't they?
No, yeah,
That's public information, you jackass.
not.
Yeah, why is it not?
No, it's not.
The 911
Now,
call
if
is public
hold on.
information.
Now, if I was to write you a ticket for camping in the city,
And I have to go to court, and then they
hold
can
on,
bring the person
hold
to
on.
court. I know all
If I
about
was
it.
to write you for a camping in the city, and you can test that, then yes, I would probably have to bring this female forward.
Yeah, I got you.
You have the right to meet your accuser, right?
In
But
court.
at this time, we're not even at that point.
Yeah, but
And
if I go not
said-
guilty, that's
like
when I get to
said-
find out. That's bullshit.
Like I said, I can see that you're still camping on the street.
I didn't deny that.
I know you haven't. I'm not saying you
Jesus, you guys over and over with that shit. I never denied it. I tell you honestly what's going on in my life, and all you do is use it to screw me.
No.
Bullshit! What the hell?
Do my job.
The last time, oh, what's your long-term plan? Why, so you motherfuckers can pull the plug on it?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Well, really?
All I'm doing
really? Then why did they do that to me when I was on that lot? That's legitimate legal, and I got fucked off of it.
Was that me that did that?
Yeah, it's a guy with a uniform and a blue fucking
I cannot
suit and a
speak
badge.
for another officer.
Oh, really?
No, I
really?
can't.
What's that flag over there with the blue stripe on it? What's that all about?
What I can do is I can speak for myself.
Yeah, and you know
And at this
that I've been getting
particular
screwed
time-
with.
At this particular time, I'm just give you a warning.
Last time,
Please move your vehicle.
it's going to get moved later today. I already told you
We're
that.
good, aren't we?
Well, no, because really, if you go back to when you and I had that interaction behind Jakers,
No, it wasn't me.
yes, it was.
Okay.
Don't lie to me. My mother sat right there with the Mercedes, and she talked about, you and I all talked about paramilitary. Do you remember that conversation?
No.
The guys at the brewery called you. Because they said I was yelling and mouthing off over there when we were parked there in the fucking RV.
It wasn't me, man.
Yes, it was, Officer Trowbridge. I know for a fact it was you. I know for a fact it was you.
Okay. Well, I don't remember.
Well, that part was Development Services messing with me too. And Charmel Owen, the same person who does the bidding for, what's her name? Susan Firth. Susan Firth Aber. Do you know who that is?
No.
See, she's a city attorney. How could you not know who a city attorney is?
You know, I don't really pay attention to who. I know who my ward attorney, or excuse me, city councilmen are, or women.
Do they talk to you when you talk to them?
Do they talk to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I call them.
Yeah, I get ghosted. Nobody will talk to me. They don't want to talk to me. Why? Because you pricks tell everyone I'm violent. Like the paper, like the advertisement you put it on the front page of the paper, you know, saying, oh, we warn people not to talk to him because he has a history of retaliating against people who call the cops. That's such bullshit. But you painted me that way. 5 fucking front pages of 5 different Sunday papers. Publish an article about how violent I am. Do I have a history of violence?
Those papers?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Why wouldn't it? Wouldn't you?
No.
Somebody said you were a piece of shit, published it in 5 front pages of papers. Wouldn't you want to fucking be pissed off? I can't get a job, can't rent places. All they do is Google my name and what comes up? The bullshit you guys put me through.
Okay. Well, we can make this real quick. I've already told you move it. You said, yes, I'll move it. So, I mean, we're continuing this conversation for no reason, right?
Oh, I don't know. I'm being put out by, you say, you don't fucking assimilate with the guys in the uniforms and stuff. That's your boy. They did me wrong. And if you want to do me a favor, go investigate him for stealing my mobile homes. I've asked repeatedly since he did it to have him prosecuted for stealing my mobile homes. Okay, that was income property. I was making $1,800 a month income in 2015, and I was a Section 8 landlord. A landlord for HUD. Well, who's the lawyer for HUD in town? Oh my God, it's Jim Nugent. The same guy who's supposed to just be the city attorney. Okay? He's not supposed to pull double duty. Well, I guess for 44 years you can do whatever the hell you want, right? You make your own rules. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's an ass. I've talked to him about the illegality of everything that you're doing right here, right now, today. The Desert Rain versus the city of Los Angeles. Bell versus city of Boise. Martin versus city of Boise. You guys know anything about all these? April 5th, there was a ruling from a federal court saying that what you're doing right now is legal. The UN considers it torture to write a ticket to a homeless person because they can't prevent their condition. Well, you guys put me in this position. So then you come and write tickets on me for being in this position? Oh, what a racket, right?
Hey,
what
John.
a racket.
Hey, John.
What?
I understand your dilemma.
No, you don't.
Well, I can...
Are you homeless?
I'm not homeless myself.
Yeah, see?
But I can put myself in your shoes and imagine what it would be like.
Yeah.
Right? But for a second here, put yourself in the shoes of the person that's calling us.
Yeah, I get it.
If you were living...
I get it. I told this to the other officer the other day. I get it. I don't have another fucking choice. Do I want to live in the pod? Oh, yeah, you paint that as a beautiful place to go, huh? I have 2 children. I'm giving them a life start that I didn't have by living with us. Well, Jesus Christ, 2015, I had $1,800 a month income, and it was on its way up. This isn't the first time they extorted my landlord. They did it to Jeremy over there on 1900 Strand, Jeremy Milliard, and they stole my shit. Susan first told him, oh, move it to the street or get fined $1,500 a day, right? How's that not extortion? That's not how development services works. It's 2 weeks, then 3 weeks or whatever, and then it's not corrected. You get to go to court. None of this shit of, get him off the court or get him off the lot or he's going to get fined $1,500 a day, right? That's extortion, right? You know the laws. Threatening someone with a fine, that is extortion. That's not how you work. Do you extort people to do their thing? Huh? Your prosecutors are. And Ethan Smith stole my shit, and no one will prosecute him for it. Oh, isn't that wonderful? If I had that $1,800 income that hadn't been interrupted from 2016 or 15, whenever you decided to sign that thing, giving away my houses, I wouldn't be in this goddamn RV. I'd be in a house. Did you read the article in the paper Sunday or whatever? How people who are renting places in Missoula lost income by 4%, but people who own houses, it went up by 7%. What does that tell you? And then they're building a new Missoula plan. Workforce housing. Let's put workforce housing in the new area that they, annexed in. Workforce housing. Is this a goddamn concentration camp we work in? Why do we need workforce housing? That sounds like, let's give the little minimum wage people a place to live. They're service workers, right? I'm not a fucking service worker. I did my time. I paid child support. I paid child support for 23 years now, 24 years. And I got behind because I work construction, right? So I had arrears. So when I got to the end of it, I was like, I'm going to set up a plan where I have income. So I don't ever have to work as hard as I have the whole fucking time I was an adult. Because, man, I'm telling you what, they took half my pay for all those years. And I never winced once. I said, okay, I'll just suck it up because that's the right thing to do. You know, tell anybody, oh, he's a deadbeat dad. Well, what's the opposite of a deadbeat dad? Right? So on top of that, I'm like, oh, wait, I got a plan. As soon as the child support's done, I'll use that little extra money and I'll put it towards real estate and I'll invest. And I was on my way till Susan Firth and Ethan Smith decided to write a letter saying, hey, you're kicked off there. We're giving that stuff to Jim Loran, right? The Skyview Trailer Court owner, right? Gave it to him. Just no, there's no court action that says it's legal. And I've got him on tape saying, oh yeah, you didn't even know you were supposed to be in court. He doesn't have a clue what the hell he's talking about. He's lying. Then he says about the article in the paper. I said, why did you tell people I was violent? Oh, we said we had concerns about that. See the semantics there? I went back and read the article after he said that to me because I was like, I don't remember them suggesting it. It's out and out said. They keep everyone who reports me anonymous to protect them. That's bullshit. The Constitution, what's the 6th Amendment of the Constitution? You have the right to face your accusers. So what you're doing here on an anonymous report, because it's fucking anonymous if you're not telling me right now, okay? That's anonymous crime reporting. The Nazis did that, right? The neighbors rat on the neighbors and they kept it a secret. The Nazis did that. Is that how you want to run your show? Like the Nazis did? Hey, this person called and said, you were doing something. We're here to investigate. Right? Stasi. That's exactly what's going on there.
Said, you vented and I've listened. With that said,
let's get Ethan Smith started on some charges.
Go ahead and move your vehicle when you can, okay?
Let's get Ethan Smith started on some charges. Okay. What do I do? How do I get a cop charged with theft? He wrote a letter. I have record of it all. Stole my property. Yeah. How do I get it charged?
You can file a police report with anybody.
I've done it.
Okay.
Susan Firth has 6 unlawful arrests against me. One of your city attorneys. Unlawful arrest. Why would a city attorney get an unlawful arrest charge?
I have no idea. Because
they summons me into court without judge's signature or probable cause. Okay, that's not legal. That's called kidnapping. She's done it 6 times. I call up, get a complaint filed because Brant Light at the Department of Justice told me to do it. Okay, did anyone ever prosecute her? No. So then what does that do for her? Oh, let off her leash. Get him. And that's what she's been doing now. That's what she's been doing. I've been the point of her shit for 14, 12 years. Long before I had my property. So you guys can all say this is my imagination, this is my bullshit. No, you know. You watch that shit at 1900 Strand. You're the one who told me, oh, let Kirby go. We want to arrest him so he can fix your camera mount. Do you remember that?
John, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know, right? You were the other guy, Camara. You and him were together.
We're out of here.
Yeah. Go enforce some more.
I will.
Some more unreported anonymous laws,
I'll
right?
do that.
So who is this lady that called?
That's none of your business right now.
Really? How so?
How
so? How so? That's such bullshit.
Johnny, I'm not
what a waste of time.
And I know your video, and I'm video.
So what? I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay.
It's the only thing that protects my ass from your corruption.
Right. And that's fine.
That's fine. Hey, we're corrupt. Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, John, you said that you were working on moving out of here. When can we plan on that, just so we don't have to come harass you?
Well, I'd say by tonight because I'm supposed to be out of here by midnight at the 16th. And I wrote him a letter. I worked till 7 o'clock this morning getting that shit all done, and I couldn't go to the dump. So if you see,
when we come back tomorrow, we won't have to worry about you, right?
No.
Okay.
No, that was my plan before I got interrupted by you guys.
Okay.
So, and now you know my plan. Don't fuck it up.
Have a good night. Have a good day. Okay, sir?
Take her easy.
Yeah. See you, Heil.